Oh, okay, guys. Welcome. Welcome back to the Blind Gamer 102 channel. I figured since we did this with the Smashbox video and it did pretty well, I'm gonna do it with this kind of video. And this video is gonna be addressing some of the things in regards to the question about blindness and how do I do things. And it's not just me either, because there are some very, very talented people out there who are blind or who have other disabilities. And I feel like blindness is one of the things that's very misunderstood, misrepresented, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's one of those things that it's kind of like people take blindness and they automatically think, oh, totally blind. It's like, oh, you're blind. They automatically equate that to totally blind. Now, totally blind is where you can't see anything at all, okay? That's basically pure darkness, can't see nothing, can't see lights, can't see shapes, can't see shadows, can't see details, okay? And if you think about it like, best analogy I can put, think about it in like degrees of pain, right? You have, like, everybody's like, oh, I'm in pain. Oh, I'm hurting, it hurts. Well, how much does it hurt? Is it like a little bit? Does it hurt exponentially? Is it to the point where you're just dying and you can't really like deal with it anymore? So think of a blindness like that. I know it's a horrible analogy to make, but I mean that's the only one that I can come up with right off the top of my head. It's like pain. You say that you're in pain, you say, oh, it hurts, right? So that's how you equate blindness. Being blind, that's what I am. Being visually impaired is what I'm not. Visually impaired is an impairment of vision. So basically what it means, what I equate that to meaning, and I've gotten this from quite a few people, aka one of them being Joe Cho, who used to work in eyeglass repair. Visually impaired is your vision is impaired without wearing protective or like prescriptions. They're not protective. I guess it could be protective, but prescription lenses, like for example, contacts, glasses, like that would be visually impaired. Your vision is impaired without wearing them. So like you can't see without your glasses, for example. So when you put on glasses, oh, miraculously, boom, you can see again. I can't do that. And I'm going on record to say that, yes, I was born blind. I've said that many, 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 many times. My left eye is completely blind. My left eye is totally blind. Left eye is completely blind. Can't see shit out of it. Nothing whatsoever. Okay. Now, when I made some of the videos back when I first started this channel, like some of the Minecraft videos, some of the Payday videos, I was able to see a little bit more detail. And what I mean by detail, okay, is I was able to see, instead of like blobs of shadow, it was a more defined shadow. So for example, if you were to look at a shadow on a wall, I assume you're able to see like the human outline of it, right? Or you're able to see more movement than what you do. I can't really explain it too well because I've never been able to see fully, is what I'm saying. Like I've never been able to see like detail. I don't even know what I look like, let alone what my mom looks like. I don't know what my brothers look like. I don't know what my dad looks like. I can't look at myself in the mirror and be like, oh, that's one attractive dude, or wow, that's one ugly son of a bitch. Like I can't do that. I can't see that kind of detail. But you don't need to see that kind of detail to be able to do the things that a lot of people do. And I know blindness and things can like that, like losing vision, can be very, very scary to people. And and that's cool and all, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are very scared to lose their vision, that are very scared to really kind of step out of their comfort zone when they have lost their vision. I've dealt with that. I was a teacher, I used to do that. Well, here's how I'm going to explain it, okay? My vision, or lack thereof, I have a condition known as optic nerve hypoplasia. So optic nerve hypoplasia. So if you guys want to look it up, you can. Optic nerve hypoplasia is basically my optic nerves as a baby or when I was in the womb did not develop fully in my eyes or in my brain. So the connection between the eye and the brain did not develop fully. So therefore, I don't have vision. I've never had vision to the point where 20/20 or whatever the acuities are for quote unquote normal vision. You know what I mean? I've never had that. And so if anybody wants to look it up, optic nerve hypoplasia. Now the disease or condition itself isn't degenerative. Okay, so it's not like Redmanitis pigmentosa, or RP for short. It's not degenerative by its nature. The reason why I've lost vision recently is because I've what a lot of people call strain my eye. I only have one eye to use. I don't have a left eye. I mean, it's there, of course, you guys can see it, but I can't use it. Like, it doesn't work. It's there for it's a jewel in my head, pretty much. It's there for show. So it's one of the things that I only have a right eye that I was able to use. And yes, I have explained this too, that if I squinted really hard and I went like about this close, basically like right up to the monitor or the piece of paper or something, like I held it to my eye. Like, for example, if I had pulled out my phone, for example, let's do this real quick. So my phone here, if I were to grab it and put it here before and squint really hard, I can see letters, okay? I can see the shape of the letter. That doesn't mean I can see the detail of the letter, so if it was a different font, I wouldn't notice. I would just see the detail of the letter, like, for example, A, B, C. So I was able to read very, very little minute stuff, but it would cause headaches, like migraine status headaches, like really, really bad. So over time with me doing that, you're gonna lose vision straining your eyes like that. I mean, it's anything. Look it up. I mean, it's science. You know what I mean? Like, that's one of the things that you have to really understand, that losing your vision is not just by the eye condition itself. It's losing your vision by straining your eyes. Everybody does it. That's why when you get older, you've lost vision, because you're getting older. Your eyes have been strained through your whole life, and that's why certain people need glasses at some point. It's one of those things that happens over the course of my lifetime. Unfortunately, mine was a lot faster because I didn't have vision to begin with, and I was trying to pretend like I did. I was going through my life pretending to have vision when I didn't. I didn't have vision. I couldn't see detail, and I tried to pretend that I did. And there's a lot of negative effects that happen to that. Like, I've ran into things that I shouldn't have run into. I've gotten injuries that I shouldn't have got into because of my, me being stupid, for example. You know what I mean? Not accepting my blindness was probably the biggest mistake that I've done in my lifetime. Not accepting blindness. That's the one thing. Okay. And doing the things I do now is me accepting my blindness, like being able to play Killer Instinct, being able to play some of the games out there. I have to put so much time into doing that. So much time. Like Killer Instinct, being able to play this game as well as I do, it wasn't an overnight thing. Like, I'm glad people look at me and go, wow, you're not blind. Because you can do that. That's amazing. But what people don't understand is how much I have to do to get to that level. Like, somebody can naturally be good at something. Like, for example, new game comes out. My brother can go out to the store and go pick up the game, pick up a controller and start playing. And then boom, he's learning. I can't do that. When I pick up a new game, I have to be like, okay, so here's the new game. All right, what's on the menu? What does the menus look like? How do they do that? So what's in order? Like, for example, Killer Instinct, the main menu, right before you get into, the actual, if you get into multiplayer or whatever, it goes Shadow Lords, single player, multiplayer, store, and exit on the computer. That's how I have to memorize every single piece of menu before I can even start playing the game. And I have to have a sighted assistant to help me and say, okay, look, this is where that is, and this is where this is. And I just go through and I memorize it, go through and memory. That's what I do. A lot of the things that I do are based off memory. That's just the menu system, guys. Like, going into this game, for example, this game has been exponentially worked on. It's been amazing because the sound design in this game is way better than what it used to be, and it's also way better than a lot of fighting games out there. Like, for example, if I shut up for a second, if you're wearing headphones, this will be a little bit easier to demonstrate. If you're wearing headphones, Omen over here on the left will sound in your left ear. So if I shut up for a second, check this out. You hear that? And you can even hear Jago on the right. He's doing his little his pause, or not pause animation, but it's just a standing animation where he's not moving. And you can hear that. That's how I'm able to understand. So people are just like, oh, I can stand still. Well, no, Jago will still move. Listen. There he is. See? He just did it. So that's the point. Like, it's all, and so that's how I know he's on my right side. Omen's on my left. And those sounds will get nearer and nearer to each other and the sound will travel. So for example, if you hear, it'll go from my left and then it'll start going towards my right ear. So it'll start to blend, the sounds will start to blend together. Listen. You hear that? It goes from left, center, right as I'm getting closer to my target. Okay. So I know, for example, when I'm this far away, okay, I can hit him. Okay. I can hit him. I can do whatever I want. Now, if I'm here, I can't hit him with anything. I can't hit him with a light. I can hit him with a fireball, probably. See? So, but that's it. Like, and that's just breaking it down to its basics. And learning all this stuff takes a long time. I don't just pick up and play a game and be like, oh, hey guys, look at this. I can stream a new game. No. Everything that I stream or things that I play on camera for you guys take me probably about a month or so of straight playing it, or maybe 2 months. Smite itself, before I was ready to play Smite, and I even can't play Smite alone, and me being able to play Smite took about a year and a half before I was comfortable even streaming the damn game. Okay. So when I say I'm born blind and I don't know what the world looks like, that is very, very true. I don't know what the world looks like. I've never seen, I don't know, I know what a smile feels like because I can smile myself. Like, I can smile. I know what but I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what my mom looks like. Like I said, I don't know what my dad looks like. I don't know what my brothers look like. I don't even know what I look like. And that's just one of the things that I really don't think people tend to understand. And blindness has its varying degrees. Like, for example, totally blind is you can't see anything. And I told people that I would not say that I'm totally blind, because I'm not. But what I am is what's called a low partial. A low partial is that fine line between totally blind and being able to see. And that also has varying degrees of blindness into it. So my condition, if you guys made it this far, awesome. Thanks. You guys are amazing. Okay. But basically the way that I see, okay, my left eye is total. I can't see anything out of my left eye. My right eye, I don't have peripheral. And I don't have peripheral vision, which left or right, up or down. So I have tunnel vision. And the tunnel vision is the size of a lime. Like, that's what it is. It's as big, if you take a lime and you hold it up to your eye, that's basically as much as I can see. And out of that is only shapes, shadows, and some colors. It used to be most colors, and it used to be more defined shapes and defined shadows, like defined movement, but now it's decreased to less than that. So I can't play Payday anymore. I can't play, any of the shooters I used to be able to play. I mean, I can. I don't like the word can't, but I wouldn't be as effective as I used to be. And I just don't like people telling me you can't do this because you can't see. I try every game the best I can, but my main games that I'm able to play are fighting games. Like, I can pick up and play this game by myself. That's what I naturally gravitate towards, is fighting games, because it's one-on-one usually, and it just depends on what it is. But that's just one of the things. I love fighting games, but that's besides the point. So me describing my vision again, if you guys made it this far, you're amazing. Cool. It's optic nerve hypoplasia. It's a non-degenerative disease. However, the vision has the blindness and the lack of vision that I've had over my course of my lifetime, from the womb till now, has not changed until recently. So basically, all that's changed in my vision was I was able to squint really, really hard and pull something really, really close to my eye to read something, and even then that caused massive headaches. But now I can't do that anymore. I basically strained my eye to the point where it lost its vision. I lost a lot of the vision I once had. Like, I used to be able to see more defined shapes. Now that's not detailed, okay? That's less defined now. So instead of, you know, a human, I'll be able to make out like a human. It's more like a glob now. Instead of the color, instead of me thinking, oh, that's, you know, a freaking magenta, I don't know if it's a red or a purple. So basically it's diminished is what I'm trying to say. And the way that I do a lot of games, I just don't like to be told the word no. I don't like to be told that, oh, you can't play this game. Oh, you can't, you know, you can't do this at all. And I think that's why I decided to make this video, and also just to inform everybody and let everybody know. And I mean, I'm so happy that we've gotten so much eyeballs on the channel, really. I mean, I got 100 subs, and that's amazing too. But I really want people to understand, you know, what I go through on a daily basis just to even play the game that I do. You know, that's just one of the things. Like I can play this game. I can play Street Fighter, not as well as this game, but I can play Street Fighter. I'm trying my hand at Guilty Gear. I'll be playing Tekken. Like, I just want to play games just like the rest of you guys. And you know, people just accusing me of not being blind or faking it. Like, you guys don't understand who I am. You guys don't understand, you know, where I come from and how hard my life is. If you decide not to care about what I say in this video, excuse me, sorry, voice crack, hit puberty. But if you guys don't, you know, either just don't understand or don't give a shit about what I say in this video, fine. I can't convince you, and I'm not gonna try to convince you. I know in my heart that I'm blind, and everybody around me who's met me in person knows that I'm blind, and that's all that matters. If you guys meet me in person at a convention or something, and you still want to tell it to my face, go ahead. I don't care. I mean, I know that I'm not lying. I know that everything is, you know, where it should be, and it's just one of those things where I just feel I had to address it. So, I mean, you know, thanks for watching. If you guys made it to the end, awesome. I love you all so much. Thank you all for the support. I finally hit 100 subscribers after like 3 years of being on YouTube, so that's a milestone for me, honestly, and it's awesome. But yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I love you all, and hopefully this explains a few more things. And if you guys still have questions, please do not hesitate to put them in the comments. We can have a civil conversation as long as it's, you know, you are an adult about it and not being a damn child, or, you know, just trying to be rude or being a troll. So we can have some conversations. I'll try to reply to as many as the comments as I can, as long as my screen reader allows me to read them on YouTube and whatnot, because I do have a screen reader. And if anybody wants to look that up, it's called JAWS, and it's by Freedom Scientific. So JAWS, like the movie, JAWS. I also use VoiceOver for my iPhone, so VoiceOver is another thing. I also use a zooming program that really helps out when it comes to, like, you know, navigation on my computer, and that's called Zoomtext. So all of these programs are real, guys, and I wouldn't be using them if I wasn't blind. So I don't know what else to tell you. You believe me, you don't, well, that's on you, honestly. So thank you guys for watching. I love you all, and I guess I'll check you out. I won't see you guys, but I'll check you out in the next video. All right, peace.